Hello everybody and welcome to this digital tabletop fest where today I'm going to be having a short introductory video to Warhammer 40,000 Gladius. If you are of course a fan of Games Workshop and a fan of tabletop sci-fi, this game will be right up your alley. And I was going to have a little bit of a talk about what the game is, and we're going to get nitty gritty into a game. So this game called Warhammer Gladius Relics of War brings you to a world of terror and violence in a sci-fi Warhammer Games Workshop genre. The developer Proxy Studios and of course the publisher Sliverin Games. Please check the store out for this game because it is one to really play if you're a Warhammer 40k fan. So there is a massive ton of development for this game, including the DLC. At this time I think there's around 7 DLC in total for Warhammer Gladius Reach. And these contain Assault Pack, Tau, Fortification Pack, Chaos, Tyranids, Lord of Schools, the soundtrack, wallpaper, the list goes on. So we're going to have a look at the game. So we're going to be clicking New Game here and looking at a but a look at all of the factions here. So like I said, if you are a Warhammer 40,000 player, you already know. But if you're not, you're going to learn something today. So set in the fantasy world of Warhammer, there is only war across the universe, and there is several major factions bidding for power, and we're going to have a little bit of a sneak look at them all before we plow straight into a game. So let's have a look. So as you can see, we have of course the Astra Militarum. These are the Reich of the Warhammer 40,000 universe. They are innumerable billions of soldiers, million different worlds. The Astra Militarum, by sheer weight of numbers, the greatest army the galaxy has ever known. They hold nothing less than the survival of humanity in their hands. So they're the remnants, or the kind of aspect of humans. Then we come down to the Chaos Space Marines. Oh, these guys are really bad. So they're bad. And they're bad. So Chaos Space Marines, tens of thousands of years ago, the Imperium erupted into open rebellion, led by the force of the Dark Gods of Chaos. Through it was defeated, those same traitor Space Marines still live today. They're equal to their lords as the Brethren, but twisted, corrupted to the warp, strange, death-dealing algorithms of man and monster and machine. So, Chaos Space Marines, they're not great. And then we come straight down to the Necrons, the Tomb Kings of Space, I would like to say. So think of Egyptian robots. That's an Necron, and they are just absolutely killer and a really tough faction to play, but also to play against. So Necrons, eternally aged Necrons, ruled the stars, are cruel, deathless metal masters, and now they are waking legions of sinister advanced war machines, pouring them from the tomb worlds to conquer and enslave. Nothing mortal is safe. Then we come down to the Orcs of the 40,000 universe. Heavily muscular, aggressive, incredibly resilient, fungoid orcs, and a crude force driven by war for the fight. So think of Orcs and Goblins of Space. They want to smash. Green is better. So we're going to look onto the more friendly, and of course the symbol of Warhammer 40,000 is of course the Space Marine factions. If you want to be sat in power armor shooting heavy bolters across the field, this faction is for you. So the Space Marines are gently engineered warriors clad in iconic power armor. Space Marines are tasked with the protection of the Imperium of man. They're the greatest soldiers in the galaxy has ever known. I've got to say I have a very massive soft spot for the Space Marine faction, and like I said, if you go onto the store page right now, you will see, of course, there are probably one of the better factions on here. And of course, we come down to the Tau for the greater good. This is a faction that is for the greater good, and it absorbs other nations into the power to fight for them. So we'll keep going on. And of course, we come to the Tyranids. They are brutal aliens that want to devour the biomass of all the worlds and just gobble everything up. They are an unstoppable horde of alien creatures. Oh, massively good. So there we go. We've had a quick look at all the factions. So let's get on with it. We're going to jump into a game right now. And of course, in old-fashioned Games Workshop sense, we need to play Space Marines first. We're going to have a little bit of a play around. We're going to click everything standard. I've got all my DLC enabled, and we're going to have and see if we're able to show you some really entertaining gameplay in the next 50 minutes.
Gladius Prime was a bastion of humanity, newly colonized. A suitable base for our chapter to rebuild and recruit. fortress here grew strong again.
We're watching the tutorial. We're watching it.
Warp storm that cut off our Emperor's light. And the dread Necrons crawled from the earth beneath our feet. War was on all sides, yet we are the Emperor's chosen. We do not dread the dark, or quail at the relics of old. Terror is for those who oppose us. We know no fear.
I still get thrills and my hair goes back in my head when I hear "We need show no fear." So here we are on the battlefield of Gladius. So as you can see, this is a very much an RTS 4-time strategy game. Expand, build and kill. So we're going to have a quick look at our faction. Of course we are playing the Space Marines. We shall know no fear. The Emperor shall protect us. So there we go. As you can see, we have a couple of squads of tactical Marines, the backbone of the Space Marine army. As you can see, we have gone for Blood Angel Red. If you are a fan of Games Workshop, you know what I'm talking about. So we're going to have a quick look at what they do, what they can do, the weaknesses, the strengths. So we've got armor. So the armor of this soldier will protect him. Each point of armor reduces the damage taken approximately 8% up to 83%, but weapons and abilities ignore a number of armor points up to their armor penetration value. So we can get hit by armor piercing rounds, which will definitely take our armors. Of course, we've got hit points. Before you die, that is how it goes. Morale is a huge thing in Gladius. If you're broken, shaken, it is not good. You will die even quicker. Actions, the amount of actions this unit can take and consume more movement. We of course got the movement, how far you can move, but different terrains will actually alter this and change it where you're going to go. We have level. In this game, longevity is the way to go. Keeping your units alive will increase their fight, their morale and their hit points. And we come to the weapons. What has this man got? And he's got bolters, the age-old weapon of the Space Marine, and it's really a solid weapon. We've got a nice little trait there that increases the number of attacks at half range, so if the enemy get really danger close, we're able to gun them down with the Emperor's Light. You'll be hearing lots of taunts from me towards my enemies. I will be shouting the Emperor's name in protection. And let's see how it go. So if you've not seen this before, it is really good, always worth a look. So we're going to build, we've got a choice to deploy a city or deploy a Fortress of Redemption, a kind of fortification, and can shoot down enemy things as well. So I think what we need to do is deploy a city straight away, get them resources coming in. So we're going to drop a city, probably in a place where we can gather requisition. We'll talk about the points very soon here. So I think, ooh, it's a little bit tricky what points we want to do, but I think we're going to get plus 20% requisition for here. So, like every RTS strategy game, we are going to need a number of resources to build something. I know you can't see this on my camera, but we have a resource called top requisition, which is used to sustain the population in the city, construct buildings, as well as provide produce and maintain units. We have energy, which we need to maintain special units. Research, where we're able to unlock and use new technologies. Influence, used to acquire and maintain city towers, invoke tactics, operations, as well as recruit powerful hero units to purchase their own. So everything consumes some sort of resource. We just got to keep that up. So we're going to have a quick look at the research. I've got to say this is very unique to Gladius. I love the tier system. We have a number of tiers, and we need to research a couple of these to actually get to the next tier, all the way up to tier 10. So tier 10 will be your end game units, where you're getting cannons, orbital bombardment and all sorts of really awesome attacks from your unit. But remember, each faction has their own unique technology tree, and it makes this replayability of this game huge. You can keep playing it, and every time you play it you get a different outcome. So we're going to have a look at the first couple of researchers. I know you can't see the top one to the left here. We have Armory, which gives us the opportunity to produce ground vehicles like the Rhino, the Razorback and other iconic Warhammer 40,000 vehicles. The Frag Grenade, the Orbital Scan, of course the Razorback, which is one of the Assault Pack DLCs like I talked about before. Please check the DLCs out. They really add extra extra content to this game which make it even more interesting than the base game. And also we've got tactical doctrine and etc, etc. So I think we're going to go for the first thing, and that's going to be an armory. We need to get them vehicles coming out, but also we need to explore. But remember, Gladius is a hostile planet. Nobody wants us here. There's going to be other factions bidding for planet domination, but also the native population of Gladius is going to be here trying to kill us. So as you can see, we've got this wireweed. Wireweed is not good. It will damage units sat in there. You know, a good tactic, you could use the wireweed to your advantage, but also to a disadvantage. You can use it to stop other ground units getting in the other thing. So here we have a artifact, an outpost that will give us slight bonuses in the game. So we've just got that artifact, and it will give us, it's going to give us an outpost, and oh, I'm not entirely sure what it's giving us at the moment. And it's given us nothing, unfortunately. But that does not matter. We've got that there. Oh, it's given us 20% requisition and 20% extra research. So holding on to these key strategic points is really, really important. And as you can see, we can see a petroleum relay pipes up in the north. And we're going to push up there, and we're going to capture this with our second squad. But as we push forward, we have now actually uncovered a group, like a festering pile of Kroot hounds, which are, of course, allies to the Tau, but not in this game. Oh, unfortunately, we are out of range. So, as we talked about movement points, we have moved out of our point value there, and we can't move. But coming down to our city, the way city management works is we have to acquire tiles to maintain, but also extract the resources. So at the moment, we're 75 requisition plus 10 per turn, but that, of course, artifact helping out. We are going to acquire more and more, but every time we build a building, it's going to cost us more energy and etc. So we could build a Fortress of Redemption, which will automatically gather resources from the adjacent space. So that's what we might do next turn on this place here. Or do we go to the left? I don't know. I think we need more of a hill to do it. So we're going to end that turn and see what the planet will throw at us. Oh, so nothing has happened so far. So as we can see another resource to the right side. So we shall know no fear for the Emperor, and he shall protect. And we've uncovered a Grox pasture, which is great for more requisition. We are going to advance forward with our Space Marines, because like we said, we know no fear against anyone. Okay, we could drop this Fortress of Redemption down to produce to have some sort of defense bonus against everything, which we're going to do. So, as this fortress is here, it provides us some cover with twin-link las cannons, which damage 8, 1 attack, and as we spoke about arm penetration with the Space Marine unit, it causes 6 arm penetration. We can upgrade it to heavy rockets and other stuff in the research tree, but that'll be further on. So we push forwards, we're pretty okay. No Xenos scum has been located yet. And, ooh, there's somebody hiding in the woods. We've got to be careful. Even though we are Space Marines, we are still very weak at this moment in time. We are, we're defending, but we took that Grox pasture. So a really good start for the Space Marines here. It could, sometimes you can have a really bad start. We've looked in here a little bit here. I think we've now acquired that tile, and we can start expanding our empire, and of course, mining these resources. So as you can see, this resource, it's got an energy symbol and a requisition symbol, so giving me 20% on whichever I build there, and I can build 2 buildings on there. So at the moment in time, I think we're going to go and build a requisition center, and then I'm going to wait to build the energy center after we've researched the armory. You've got to be careful about what you build on your bases, because it can stop you producing so many resources. So I think that's all good for a moment in time. We've got no aggressors just left. No one's going to attack us, so let's keep on guard. The Fortress of Redemption there defending our south position. Hopefully we're going to be alright. I don't want to explore too much too far. I don't want to lose any units early in this game. Remember, I spoke about longevity, keeping them units alive, so we're able to actually benefit from their upgrades as the time goes along. Okay, I think we're just about to research the armory, so we should be able to research some rhinos. So, built the armory, we're able to invoke the machine spirit and build some more tanks. So we can build some scout bikes, but we need to research. As I showed you on that technology tree, there's lots of tanks, and also so Land Raider is of course probably a higher tier build a vehicle because it is huge, and it's a huge. But we've got the Razorback, we've got the iconic Land Speeder, the Hunter, the Predator, the Dreadnought, the Vindicator, and of course the Land Raider. But of course, just by this, we can't build scout bikes if we want to. So we're going to look at our research. Oh, I'm tempted to go for the Razorback so we can actually start chucking our Space Marines in there and pushing forward. So, and as you can see, the armory has now been unlocked in our city. But we can't just build it yet. We'll build it after we acquire that next research tile. And, of course, the population has now increased. But as we build more buildings and are expanding our empire, loyalty will, of course, come under question. And then we'll have to keep our loyalty, our population happy to stop the city having a less efficient time. So we just need to keep an eye on everything in our empire as we build it. So I describe this game as just one more click, because once you start playing, you don't particularly want to stop playing. So we've now built the the refactory, so we're able now to mine more resources from this hex, and increasing our output. So we can probably support a lot more units. Every unit here on the battlefield has a has a upkeep. So this unit takes 2 requisition per turn to build, and when you get further onto games, they cost even more and more. So let's end that turn. I think we're all good here at the moment in time. Space Marines, we're on the defense. We're not. Oh, there is, of course, enemies about everywhere, waiting for us to make one foul move for them to take advantage of it. And I think we are fine to do that now. Oh, here they come. And Chaos Cultists from the planet Gladius are here, but no match for the Emperor's protection. So if your unit doesn't act, it will overwatch. Overwatch is an action where an enemy comes towards you, you've not acted, and we get a free shot. And of course we've researched the incredible Razorback, which is armed with twin-linked heavy bolter and a storm bolter. So we're able to pack a lot of punch, but also guide a lot of space. So as you can see, we've taken a little bit of damage from them cultists, but not very much. As you can see, we are really going to hurt them with 9.2 worth of damage there. We shall know no fear of these cultists. Okay, so let's have a quick look at our base. We need to go and build the armory. We want to build it on this point here that doesn't actually produce any resource or helps us. So 6 turns, and after that we're going to build, of course, the power plant on the bonus of the 20% there. And of course, after that, just acquire another tile. As you can see, there is a 20% bonus to building a research factory. And of course, that will just affect how quickly you research. And because you don't want to fall around. As you said, I've researched 2. I've researched the armory and the Razorback, now unlocking tier 2. So as the game goes on, we're going to be getting more advanced unit, more units that can really, really hurt the enemy player. So, ooh. What can we build? What can we build? So, I think we're going to go for the building that can build of course, a hero for the chaplain, because we need commanders of the Empire and the Imperium to come and support us. So, I think we're all good. I think the Chaos Cultists will run away here, and they cowards, they know not to know the Empire's light here. So, like I said before, there is a huge amount of DLC for Gladius, and it just adds so much variety. You know, the Tau, the Tyranids, the Chaos Space Marines, all iconic factions of the Warhammer 40,000 universe. I'm of course a child of Warhammer, playing Warhammer and Warhammer 40,000 from an early age, and it's just fantastic to see it's all been digitalized onto the main stage here. Okay, so we are still building in our city. We're happy there. 5 turns to build the armory. We've just increased our population to 3 out of 6, which is brilliant. We want more people, get more of that efficiency up on our empire. We're happy just to play a little bit defensively in these early turns. You can't go too aggressive. If you were to push out into the middle of nowhere, you might get ambushed by several computer opponents, but also the native population of Gladius. Okay, I think I'm fine. I've just selected over. And here we go. We built a hero. The building produces a hero and generates influence. So this building will make us available to build more hard-hitting and support characters, just like the chaplain. So we may introduce psychic abilities to the battlefield here, which I do like. He's got some really good builds. So we're going to click him for the chaplain, the hero that raises morale and inspires loyalty. We don't need more loyalty because we are loyal to the Emperor, down with, of course, the Xenos. Okay, I've got to see if I'm going to get brave. I'm going to get brave a little bit. We're playing it a bit too safe here. And we've unlocked saw a Grox pasture to the north there. We need to get it. So 1 turn and we should be able to build a Razorback. Aha, here we go. And we've unlocked the Razorback, but also the Scout Bike. It's both 6 turns for that. That's not a problem. I think we're going to go for the Razorback rather than the Rhino just yet. Oh, we're going to tread safely. We've got to be careful. There could be more Kroot hiding in them Imperial ruins. Okay, so the armour is built. The city population has gone up. And next turn. Okay, we are going to push forward. Oh, and we've now found the cowardly cultists that ran off. These cultists, they are not loyal to anybody. They are just wandering foes ready to be gut down. Okay, we're going to now push forward to take the Grox pasture to gain that extra resources. We're getting another 20% and 2 extra requisition point per turn. So just adding to Empire. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, we have to defend these. These are capable by the enemy. If the enemy were to assault there, he could take them easy. What have we got to the north? There is some more. So we're going to drop another Fortress of Redemption down on this hill to on the centre to provide some covering fire, but also some scouting abilities. Oh, we've got to catch and devil levers. Ah, the enemies are all around us. But as we pop the Fortress of Redemption down, he can't unload just yet because he's just been deployed. A sad, unfortunate event there. So, let's end the turn. Oh, well, we've actually got a ore field, which will give us even more requisition. And the enemies are circling, but the question is, can we hold? We can unload with some las cannons. The Emperor light shall protect. We shall know no fear. So push forward, brothers. We will need to take that ore outpost. We are going to defend our little homeland here for now. Okay, 4 turns for the Razorback. 2 turns for, of course, the power center. Does the Catch-Down Devil come to attack us? No, he retreats cowardly. He knows we are in a strong position here. Can we attack his base? But luckily enough, we can attack the lair from a safe distance of this fortified position on this hill. Okay, we need to take this... oh, we've made a mistake. So, as you can see, there is plenty a mix of inhabitants to Gladius. As we see here, we've got the Chaos Cultists. We have the Vespid, which is added with the Tau DLC. Vespid are quite wildly known as the auxiliary of the Tau Empire. If you ever played Tau in the Warhammer 40,000 tabletop game, you will know who I'm talking about. These winged Vespid flying around, assaulting around. These guys are like a glass cannon. If you can hit at the right time, they can inflict a massive amount of damage, but they are not your full front villain. They are your auxiliary. They are your if you're in a desperate time to do it. We didn't get Overwatch, but we're able to pour bolter fire back onto them. Back, Vespid. This is our ore field. We need this resource to expand the Imperium and, of course, purge the Xenos from this planet. Okay, so do we bring our another... I think we're going to bring our other squad up here, but we're going to deploy them into the forest time. Oh, even more enemies around. As I said, you've got to be careful. Advancing, as you saw there, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the forest. Different terrain tiles give you different bonuses. Of course, the forest gives us 33% defense value against range. But we're going to unload again. We're going to purge the Xenos from this planet, and 2 massive attacks from us there, but we may have gone too far. We have now found some battle wasps. Oh dear, and they can poison us. Oh, let's see. So 1 turn off building the chaplain, and brilliantly we have uncovered a outpost. This camp is brilliant. So when you buy your heroes, you are able to spend influence points to buy equipment for your commanders, and making them even more formidable on the battlefield with their when they start to level up, they become an even killier force. And it's happened. the alien scum of the Tyranids have been encountered. So like I said, ladies and gentlemen, there is a couple of lots of factions on this game. Tyranids being the devourer of the worlds. The Tyranids are here to just eat the world, destroy it, strip it bare, move on to the next planet. But as the Imperium stands, we shall stop them because we know no fear. Oh, and of course researching the chaplain, and we need that loyalty bonus, and of course him pushing forward. So here we are not able to build him because we can't build out. We're not built the hero building place yet. Okay, we're going to build. I think we're going to research frag grenades. This is an ability that will improve our Space Marines, giving them ability to throw anti-infantry grenades. This will add an extra punch to their already, solid function. So I think here we're able to vanquish this unit of Chaos Cultists. Purge, and as you saw there, we got a slight bit of XP for killing that. Like I said, we gain levels. The higher the level, the more health, damage, and morale you gain. So keep in mind your units, keep them alive, because they will be a powerful, of course, definitely more likely your leaders and heroes. They become formidable characters in this game and can make a difference between a victory and defeat. Okay, so let's look again back at the Fortress Redemption, opening up at the Catchden Devil here, inflicting good damage. So these guys are just going to go and hold position. We don't dare rush out to attack the Tyranids there, which could be devastating. So I think we are all good here. Are we still building everything? 2 turns for the Razorback, 2 turns for the Acquiring the Tile. It is victory for the Space Marines so far. Oh, it's getting hot out there. Of course, the first unit we have undercovered from the Tyranids are the Gargoyles, the winged, horrid creature that has blinding venom and flesh borers, and of course they are not a synapse creature, but they are broken. So just a quick example of what a synapse creature is. In the Warhammer 40,000 universe, the Tyranids have powerful warriors and primes who have a psychic ability to control the mindless hordes of Tyranids, and unfortunately the Gargoyles are just one of the swarm. They need to stay close to their prime leader to fight coordinated attacks. So these guys are slightly weaker at the moment. Your question is, do we push forward and hurt them? I think as a Space Marine player, we're going to hold back, call in reinforcements from the Razorback, hopefully to cause some more damage on them. So the layer is about to die. We could move forward. No, it's not worth it. We're fine just sitting back. So we are going to rush this squad to the camp. Of course, this building yet given us again 10% requisition, 20% influence per turn. So all these positions I need to defend because they are benefiting all of our empire as it grows 20 turns in. So we are 2 turns for the frag grenades. I really like the frag grenades and all the upgrades you can give your infantry. So let's end that turn. See if the Tyranids come off that corner and come to attack us. No, they retreat. They've smelt the smoke of the bolter. I could hear some orc bikes on my headset there. I heard some... Oh no, I didn't hear orc bikes. Fantastically, the Razorback, the armoured twin-linked... is it twin-linked heavy bolter? Twin-linked heavy bolter and storm bolter is now here to pick up some Space Marines. So this vehicle isn't a attack. It's not a frontal tank. It's a armoured rhino, as you can say. It has a couple of squads in, drops them out, and they go screaming into battle. So of course we are going to build a hero generating unit that is there. Of course, after that we are going to build our power building. Unfortunately our loyalty has hit to level 2, so we're not far off from being, unfortunately, getting our city unhappy, and of course making our city less effective. So our next research has to be something higher that can combat that. There is a loyalty bonus, I think a totem, I can't remember the name of it until we find it on here. And I think we are just going to attack the layer. And it is utter dust now. The Imperium shall win. And of course, this unit, destroying the layer, gave this unit some XP. So we'll just, remember, units bulk together and kills in the proximity of them will also gain them all XP. So think about that when you are planning your attacks against the foe. So we've got to be careful here. The enemies are circling us, and they are the we should be fine. The Emperor shall protect, and it is not going to protect us against them. So, we have now researched the anti-infantry grenade, the frag grenade, and what a perfect time to defend against them. Unfortunately, these bees are in the forest, which gives them a slight advantage through range reduction damage, but we're going to throw some grenades anyway. Teach them a lesson or two about going away. And we're going to hold the line there. The Emperor knows no fear, and of course we're going to push the Razorback in there, but unfortunately the Razorback going through the woods, which is of course going to reduce its movement factor by a hell of a lot. So we are going to build that. We're going to chop some scout bikes in there as well. Okay, so we're going to go for the Assault Space Marine, the jump pack armed melee unit that is devastating on a charge. Oh, that is going to really change up the tide of battle here, giving us that extra. We've got the Space Marines, which are going to hold back the range, and then we're of course going to build the Assault Space Marines that are going to be jumping in there, bolt pistol and chainsword alike. Let's end that turn. And we've been infested by the wasps. Oh, this could be a lot worse, I promise you. Okay, so we've felt the sting of the bee. We need to retreat back. So the Razorback is going to steam forward, unload with its twin-linked heavy bolters, and of course the Space Marines are going to push back into the safety of the Razorback. These Space Marines here just defending, and we have come by the most feared, second feared unit of Gladius, the Enslavers, the psychic annoying unit. Is that the most feared, I will tell you now, ladies and gentlemen, is the Lord of Schools. He's not a man to mess with, but these are second. These enslavers can enslave even the most strong-minded Space Marine and convert them into their help. So we're going to have to retreat here. We can't get any closer to these enslavers. They will capture us and make us their slaves, unfunny enough. Oh, it's going to be interesting. So scout bikes are building. End turn. Do they push forward? No, the wasps have had enough. So we've got a good start here. Let's move back here. Did the enslavers move away? Ooh, looky here. If you ever come across enslavers, always think twice about them. Make sure if you can kill them in one foul swoop that you do. So we've got resources coming in left, right and centre. No real bid for power just yet. Unfortunately, the Space Marines here have been damaged, but we're going to redeploy them here back onto the outpost, bringing the Razorback to defend with their twin-linked heavy bolter. Sorry, I was going to say autocannon. Okay, we're going to click these onto heal, so they're not going to do very much. He's going to sit there. So we're pretty safe for the moment in time, but that could all change at a drop of a Tyrannid's hat. So, is he going to anyone to come? I could hear somebody walking in my headset. The Emperor shall protect any Xenos. So if we wanted to, we could spend 60 influence to deploy another Fortress of Redemption. Do you know what I say? We shall deploy another Fortress of Redemption. It is a fantastic piece of kit here, providing twin-linked heavy, twin-linked las cannon damage, and at, of course, a range of 3. So if anyone comes in this, we've got like a nice little killing field here. We know there's Tyrannids coming from that position. We want to have a good base of fire when they come into us. Okay, here come the wasps again. As we said, the Overwatch ability there, fantastically opening up against the wasps. If we can just keep that up there. Ooh, and the Emperor gifts us with the research of an Assault Space Marine with bolt pistol and chainsword. The Xenos will not last very much longer. And of course, remember, the research tree keeps going, and we can add to these, like we added the frag grenade towards our Space Marines. We can add them with combat shields, extra infantry armor, last stand, the frag grenade, which we do have, crack grenade, the melter bomb, and of course orbital deployment, which is absolutely amazing when you get to the research. So we're going to look to our next research. As we know, we need to expand our little empire as we go. We're going to we're going to research the increase the tile acquisition radius of your city, and we of course need the chapel to help. I think the chapel may be more important than the expansion for now. So as you can see, when you look at our city, it can only expand to a certain radius around here. It makes you expand it even further, and making to one day the planet becomes a city planet, really. Okay, so we're going to target this place here. That gives us 20% of course energy and requisition. 1 turn for the spout bite, and of course we are able to build a captain. Unfortunately, we don't have enough influence to build a chaplain, but I'm happy with the captain. Okay, so 3 units can be used, but we're just going to be playing very defensively. Oh, we're able to shoot at this wasp. And we are going to push forward for the Emperor. He wills us to purge the Xenos from Gladius. Okay, end that turn right away. Does the Tyranids on the thing? I can hear a bike on my... Oh, it's my Scout Space Marine. So, we need some scouts. We need somebody to scout ahead, tell us where the enemy are. So, the Scout Bikers are, of course, they have Space Marine shotguns of range of 1. Of course, they have twin-linked bolt guns. They're not the most tough soldier in the world, but they have a couple of abilities, which is Scout, which opens up and scouts, of course, a larger radius. They also have the Jink. Jink is reduces rain damage on them, so they kind of swerving in and out of the trees, the battlefield, and of course receiving less damage. So the Wasps have retreated. Okay, we're going to push forward the Razorback. Pretty good right now, folks. We are literally absolutely owning anyone who comes near us, but that could all change. We could have swarms of Tyranids coming at us. The Scout Bike's pushing forward. So we've acquired the tile here in our city, and what we need more influence. We need more research. So we're going to build a building that is going to use this research point, so it can increase our research points, and then we can just research quicker. Okay. Here come the Vespid, the brave Taos auxiliaries ready to fight us, but they are going to get... We've got a lot of defence here. With twin-link las cannons from the both Fortress Redemptions opening up at the Vespid while they move in for the kill. So we're going to move everybody close by, and then we're going to go for the kill. So we're going to use our Scout Bikers. And as you can see, everybody got XP. Brilliant. XP, and of course the Space Marines getting to level 2, increasing, like I said, the health, the damage, and the morale. So always think about keeping your units alive. And also, this Fortress Redemption has got to level 2 as well, increasing its stats as well. So think about that when you are playing Gladius. Okay, so let's have a look. What else can we do? We are still building the research place there. Space Marines are fine there. Let's bring this guy to the left. And that's all we can do. We don't want to go too far. And the bees are coming back to us again. But we can overwatch them again. We, of course, shall know no fear against the Xenos. Okay, fire away, fire. Ooh, that is painful, coming against that twin. So we're going to explore now. We're going to send our... Oh, no! So this is why you send bikers in. We're going to pop the scout button. And unfortunately, we've undercovered slavers and devils. We're going to have to fire. I think you're going to witness it here, ladies and gentlemen, that, of course, they are going to be captured. Oh, we can... Wow, he's got line of sight to the Wasp. So we're going to use that Fortress Redemption to use some covering fire. More likely, they shall retreat this turn. Okay, we've got 2 turns for the library, and we've got 2 turns for the captain, who shall... I can't remember what his fluff says. It is a literally hero that excels in close combat. That is exactly what we need. Oh, the gargoyles are coming for us, not the... Oh, so as you can see, the gargoyles, the swarms of the of the Tyranids. We're going to open up against them with our scouts. We're pretty confident there. We can't provide any covering fire, unfortunately, from the Fortress of Redemption, but that's particularly fine. We could, if we wanted to, move up, but I think that might be a little bit dangerous because of the enslavers. Okay, we're going to end this turn, see if they back down or do they shoot up. So it's getting busy at the moment in time in this battlefield. There's enemies all around us. We've just got to make sure we're in a strong position. We might go and take that encampment from them. Well, he did his little space protection thing. We're fine. So we've actually built the library. And, of course, the captain, a hero of the Imperium, is now here to defend and help our fellow Space Marines. So, as you can see, he has just got all his stat lines here, of course. But heroes are slightly different. Like I said before, they level up and they gain different abilities, and of course that these are slightly linked to, of course, the Warhammer 40,000 in real life. So we have a choice. We start at level 1, giving us 1 level a point on Power Strike, Healing Surge, or the Deeds of Glory. That can only ever be said like that. So the Power Strike performs a powerful sword attack with increased damage, or we have the Healing Surge, restores hit points, 20% hit points. So if we're in danger of dying, we could pop that thing there. And of course, Deeds of Glory gives us 2-point influence per experience. Wow, that is passive, by the way. So we'll be getting more things. So I think for now we're gonna hit out with the Power Strike to actually give some hard hitting attack against the Xenos. Okay, we're going to run into the point here, and oh no! Of course, running into the Tyranid ambush. Now we have come against another iconic unit of the Warhammer 40,000 universe, the Termagant, the fast leaping enemy of the Tyranid, of me. They're my enemy, and of course they have flesh borers. Actually, no, it's Hormagants. I'm thinking of Hormagants. These are Termagants, so I do apologise there. These are the shooty guys. They just shoot you, and there's loads of them. And they're not great. Oh, wow, we're in a little bit. So I think we're in a little bit of trouble here. So we are going to jink. We're going to wave around a little bit. Hopefully get some defense against this shoe. So if we jink here, it's going to give us plus 33% range damage reduction. So we should be able to maybe weather some of this damage that is about to come our way. So let's have a check of our home base. We need to now order it again to do something. We're about to build the chapel. We've got good energy. I think we're going to build another power plant. And then we're going to build another library to increase our research. So it's going pretty well, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, don't forget to chat below and check the Steam store out and also the DLCs. And the mighty hordes. There's a lot of Tyranids there. I'm shaking in my space boots. I am really glad we jinked then. Oh, the damage, the damage. We're blind. And reduces accuracy. That is, we're just only thing. So, we've now researched the company chapel, which will increase our loyalty of our city when built. So what we're going to do, I think we're going to turbo boost. We're going to put them engines on, try to escape. But unfortunately, I think the scout bikers have given the ultimate sacrifice for the Emperor. Their will be done. And I think we can throw some frag grenades in before we die. Before we die. Let's just throw some frag grenades at somebody. No, we can't. We've got enough action points. Oh, the calamity. So, we're going to bring the captain forward. We're going to do some exploring to the right side. We are in a good position. Okay, so let's now look at our research, and I think we're going to research the Land Speeder, the mobile hover vehicle unit that can even traverse water. So it's hovering above the, think about a machine hovering above the water, firing. I can't remember what guns. I think it's got a heavy bolter, if I remember. So unfortunately, the scout bikers have given the ultimate sacrifice. The hordes of Tyranids there, eating, devouring them as we speak. Wow, there's a lot of gargoyles there. They are weak on their own, but in numbers they are formidable. But we're going to hold this line. We shall know no fear. The captain shall come and reinforce us. He can hack down a couple of dozen of them easily. Okay, we're going to turn this building off to We're going to turn the armory off to stop building, because we're not building any officers or anything at the moment in time. Okay, we're able to pour some las cannon fire across the water, killing only but a few of the Tyranids there. And you guys are going to hold tight, see if the Tyranid horde are going to invade us here. Oh, they're coming. They're just taking over. Oh, here they come. We're going to have to form a tactical retreat here, but the Emperor will not be happy. Okay, we're going to bring the captain to the right side, because he knows business. Okay, so we are one turn off that, and then a couple of turns off the land speeder. Everybody just hold the line for the Emperor. And here comes the hordes of Tyranids, ready to devour our base and our men. That Overwatch did so well, and it is going to do so well. Okay, we're going to send the captain in to do his damage. Of course, we are going to activate the power strike when next turn, because we used our action there. Firing with our twin-linked heavy bolter, and we're going to punish these with the twin-linked heavy las cannons. Okay, we're going to move forward here. We're going to use our frag grenades. Oh, the Overwatch is just pouring bile and horrid feces from their weapons. And we've managed to kill one of the termagant units. Brilliant. And we've leveled up. So now, yet again, we're able to add an extra level to our commander. We're going to add Deeds of Glory for the Emperor. Okay, one turn for the land speeder, which we will want to build. We're going to acquire, keep pushing and keep acquiring our tiles. Energy, requisition, research are all going up. Of course, we need to build a the chapel to increase our loyalty, which we are going to do next turn. So the Tyranids are not done with us yet. They are pouring beasts of all kinds across to invade us, but we are made of stronger stuff here. And of course, there is some more indigenous population to Gladius here. The land speeder, it does have a twin-linked heavy bolter, but also can be researched for a melter. Oh, we're going to have to build one of them dudes. And yes, we are taking, of course, 9 turns. So if we just a little hint and tip, if you build multiple armories and multiple hero generating buildings, you can put more worker points into actually building the units quicker, and this works really well when you've got several cities, and you can actually optimize different cities to do different things. So a little bit of a tip there. Okay, so one turn of acquiring that tile. Okay, for the Emperor, we're going to power strike the gargoyles. They are not going to like this. And of course, they are getting some defense. Of course, like I keep saying about the terrain tiles, be careful where units are. This unit is now very defended, but we're going to pour a lot of fire onto it. And I think it's going to survive. Okay, we're still going to defend. We're not going to move out of here just yet. We're a little bit vulnerable. It's going to go fine. We've not lost anybody yet, and unfortunately we forgot to click a research. But we'll do that this turn. So they tried to retreat, but they were gunned down in the open by the heroic Space Marines there. And another level up for the Razorback. So these Fortress of Redemption have provided a pivotal defence for us everywhere in our line. And these Tyranids are really feeling that defence fire. So yet again we are going to advance forward. We shall know no fear against the Xenos. Pouring bolter fire and as much shots as we possibly can into them. Okay, we've now advanced too far. We want to reclaim our land, and that's fine. So we've got the next research. Even though there are still tier 1 researches we've missed, they're always good to go back for, because some of them are fantastic, like the orbital scan and some of the tactical doctrines. So don't always write off the earlier researchers. I'm just trying to show you guys a whole picture here. So we're going to go for the fortress expansion, like we said before, so we can expand our city even further. Okay, 8 turns left on the land speeder. We've got a good defense line. We may reinforce ourselves with another Space Marine squad, or if no, we need to build the building that builds the troops first. Okay, we can see there is now a Tyranid city there, so the swarms are only going to get here fast and thick, but unfortunately they are really close to our gun line, and we can really hammer them here. That Storm Bolter and Twin Linked Heavy Bolter pumping out so much damage. Okay, we're going to keep back, guys. Okay, so what do we build next? What do we build next? Ooh. I think we need to build the building that actually builds Space Marines. That's what we're going to do next. But if we have time, okay, next turn. They're coming for another assault. There's hundreds of them, thousands. And the Flesh Borers are nicking away at the Razorback's armour. More gargoyles to the right. Okay, firing away. We want to kill this last little bit of... Okay, do we throw a frag grenade? And yes, we do. And the captain reaches for a grenade. And the Space Marines hopefully destroying the gargoyles. Oh, they may get away. Let's see if we can kill them. I'd like to kill that last gargoyle unit. Flee! Oh, we may just get him. We may just get him. Well, we'll get his friend instead. So, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, we have come to the near the end of our hour of this tabletop fest, and this has been Warhammer Gladius Reach. Warhammer Gladius, Relics of War. If you want to try this game out, it is absolutely amazing. There is a ton of DLC, a ton of support by the devs, and also Slytherin games, which are also fantastic. The game is just set in the Warhammer 40,000 universe, and I am, of course, a child of Warhammer, and I definitely recommend this game. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, the Emperor shall protect, and I will see you on another battlefield, folks, and have a great evening.